listen to me. Anything you desire. Alright, so I just beat Gromio, meaning I have now beaten every single Ultra Boss in AQWorlds! Yippee! Yippee! Get this fucking thing off of me. Alright, so I want to talk about it. I'm just gonna get these ones out the way. Kala and I think Ayana. These are seasonal, so I'm not really gonna count them, but they're easy. They're really easy. This dude, he doesn't really have much to him. Just get a group in there, you kill him. She has a mechanic where she makes you sleepy, but as long as you have a group in there, it's super easy to circumvent it. So, anyways. Tendarius. So his little mechanic is that he has fire orbs, and you have to you have to kill the fire orbs before you get to him, or the fire orbs will nuke you. You're gonna have to have people... You can just have one person. It's a pretty easy one, admittedly. You just get people to taunt the fire orbs, and then once the fire orbs are dead, you target Tendarius. If the fire orbs respawn, target them again, make sure that you have somebody taunting them so that the fire orbs don't nuke your group. It's really easy. It's really easy. This is also an easy one, Champion Drakath, but just because he is the only Ultra that is marked with a tag. What that means is that every monster within AQWorlds has their own tag, like Human, Chaos, there's an Orc one, but that's not used by very many monsters in the game. Shit like that. All of the Ultras are normally just marked with Monster by default, so that you can't take advantage of big boosts, because there are weapons in the game that have boosts, like 75% against like Dragonkin, 75% against humans, 75% against elementals, and they don't want people using those types of weapons to beat the Ultras really fast, which is why they mark them as just regular monsters, so that you can't take advantage of those boosts, but you can still get regular weapons like the Necrotic Sword of Doom, or you could get, what's the other one? Providence from the Archmage, or really any 51% weapon to circumvent that a little bit. The one that most people go for is either they grind out Necrotic Sword of Doom, or they IOTA it. I IOTa'd it. I do not recommend doing that. It's $100. But the thing about this guy is there's a weapon in the game that does like 120% extra damage to Chaos monsters. So you can use that against him. Super easy. Just get your taunters. Just loop taunt on him. Super fucking easy. And you can actually use Chaos Slayer. Chaos Slayer really cannot be used, like, really anywhere else aside from, like, monsters in the main story. But it is really good on this Ultra. Drago is another easy Ultra. Bowmaster Algae is a bitch. You can just bend them over. Executioner Dean with the bleed shit that they do is a little annoying, but like, if you just have taunters on it. And then Drago dies in one hit, because he's a bitch. And he relies on Algae and Dean to do all of his dirty work for him and also take back shots from them, so... You know, he's a bitch, he doesn't really do much. This guy is honestly kind of fucking hard to me. He's not too difficult. You do have to watch for when he summons the Forces of the Legion, and then he starts healing himself, and then you have to use Decay on him, otherwise he'll start healing like crazy. But he has these two platforms, right? So, imagine my left hand is the first platform, and my right hand is the other one. So, he's gonna say, cower behind your meager protection spells, and then either the left platform or the right platform will glow, and then you just have to walk on over to them. If you're not paying attention, or if you're not very fast, it fucks you up. And for the longest time, I was actually scared to do this Ultra, because going onto those platforms was fucking horrifying to me. Like, I did not have a good enough reaction time until I, like, locked in one day and finally beat him. So, you do have to have good reaction time for the platforms. Other than that, he is easy. But I'm going to put him in Expert just because you do have to get your timing down for the platforms. Nolgath? Oh my god, bro. Hold on. Literally, just have someone with Dragon of Time, bro. Dragon of Time bends this shit over. Fucking... what? Like... This dude's ridiculously easy. This is the easiest Ultra. I would argue, like, aside from, like, these three motherfuckers that are all the time-in bosses. Technically, they're all time-in bosses because you can access all of them from the time-in, but, like, these specifically are the time-in because they're not, you know, linked by, like, any storyline outside of the time-in from what I remember. So, yeah. Nolgath is easy, though. You get your Taunters on Nolgath, you get your Dragon of Time, make sure that your Dragon of Time pots up so that you can do absolutely astronomical damage. Your Sage Tonic, your Potent Malevolence Elixir, and then your Potent Malice Potion, and then you just fucking go to town. It's super fucking easy. And then when the Overfiend Blade respawns get Dragon of Time on it, they'll kill it instantly. I just had a group, I just did it earlier. You can also do it with CSS, and CSS apparently just, like, one-shots the blade. I didn't know that! But it was super fucking cool seeing that. So yeah, bring, like, just any good, like, DPS, melt the blade. Bring CSS, bring DOT. DOT is the most consistent. CSS is more risky, but fucking do what you want, man, as long as you're absolutely taking Nolgath from behind and going... So yeah. And the first Pokemon Lego sets come with a hefty price tag. Have you seen that shit? It's like $649. It's fucking mental, dude. What the fuck did I knock over on my bed? Alright, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and drink this Doritos and my balls hurt. Darkon is easy if you loop Taunt. But there's actually a surprising amount of people that don't know how to loop Taunt on this boss. So I've died on more than a few I died on more than a few occasions because of people that don't know how to loop their Taunt. It's super fucking easy, bro. Like, you just loop your Taunt and that's it. Boom, done. Easy. Fucking get it over with. This motherfucker... You need a chart! You actually, like, hold on. Let me whip this shit out, bro. You actually do need a chart for this shit. Like, if you want to do it, like, consistently with a group. It's so fucking stupid, bro. I fucking hate this boss. This one, I dreaded it for the longest time, and rightfully so. This is the hardest one in the game. Dude, my balls hurt from when I was smacking them with the back shots earlier. Holy shit. Yeah, so, like, look at this shit, bro. Fucking LR, Lu, AP, Red Zone, Taunt, Truth. Fuck this shit, bro. I got through it. I got through it enough to get Dauntless. By the way, don't get Dauntless. It's dog shit. But holy fuck, dude. Ugh. Fuck Malgor, bro. That shit was hard. This is easy. It's just another set of, like, looping taunts. If you have a group that knows how to taunt here, it's easy. Because you have to have... once you get all 4 people in, you get half of your group to go on the first crystal. Because this dude has 2 crystals that are on the side of him. And you have to deal with them first. They have 400 HP. The caveat being they only take 1 hit of damage. So, it takes a while. But you get 2 people on one crystal, 2 people on the other. You loop your taunts when it says the crystal is about to do some shattering attack. And then after it does the shattering attack, Gromul's going to attempt to kill you. So then you have to get the people that are on DPS in order to attack him to break his guard. And then you go back to the crystals, you keep looping your taunts on it. And then once the crystals are dead after like 5 million fucking years because of the stupid fucking damage reduction mechanic they have, then you just beam the fuck out of Gromul, but all 4 people have to loop. All 4 people have to taunt and loop it. Unlike most Ultras where you can just have 2 people. In some, you can even have 1, like on Tindarius. You don't only need 1 person to loop their taunt on the Fire Orbs. On each Fire Orb, rather, my fault. I don't have just 1 person taunting and you're gonna die. Like, anyways, man, you know what I'm saying? Alright. And then, all of these motherfuckers that you find within the time-in are easy. There really isn't much to him. The engineer, this one, he has some drones. He has an attack drone and a defense drone, so you have to go for those first, but they're super easy to kill. And then you just beam the motherfucker down. You can literally kill all of these guys in like 10 seconds, so they're easy. The Warden, I don't remember what his mechanic is, but it doesn't matter because he just dies the competent group. And I think he has a similar mechanic to like the motherfucker in the Infernal Arena. Don't quote me on it, but I think he hits for like 1,000 per hit or some stupid shit, if I remember correctly. But again, if you have a group in there, he's just gonna die in 2 seconds. These are barely ultras, if I'm to be honest. And you can even solo Ultra Warden. That's how easy these motherfuckers are. So the only reason I'm not putting them, well, Warden can be soloed. So I don't think these other two can be, not as consistently as Warden. I've seen quite a few videos of people trying to solo this guy. I was able to actually chunk him a little bit. I haven't soloed him, but I've been able to chunk him on my own, so it's definitely possible. It's possible. So we can go ahead and just get rid of this. But from my own experience, these are yeah, these are my tiers. That's what I was trying to say. These are my tiers. I was about to say I'm going to take that back, but no. I knew I was going to start my sentence with these are to some degree. I just didn't know how to follow up with that. Either way, though, it's a good thing that most of the ultras are easy. It's just you're not going to have a good time trying to do Malgor. Even if you get a group, like, with people that know what they're doing, like, if you're in a Discord and you're getting your little call and shit, this is still agony. I haven't done that. I've only done pubs. But from what I've been hearing from people who do this in Discord calls, it still sucks dick. This boss needs to be nerfed. Fuck this boss, dude. With peace and love. But anyways, that is my AQWorlds Ultra Bosses tier list, now that I have beaten all of them. Unless they release a new one, they probably will. Because Grommiel, the newest one, right here, he was released only half a year ago. Right when Hollowborn Vindicator dropped, basically. Because that's the class that's linked to him. So, I don't know. They can always make a new one. We'll see. Fucking, how do I end this goddamn video, dude?